Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and a very warm welcome from here in Scotland to you. We are coming to you live from Scotland this evening, and we are delighted to be here for a very special event. This is our Coffee Break Club launch event, and we're going to be joined by some Coffee Break members of the team a little bit later. But you have got me. My name is Mark. I am the founder and CEO of Coffee Break Languages, and I'm delighted to be here this evening for this special event. Now, I know that we have many people from all around the world joining us. I know that some of you are joining us on YouTube, some of you are joining us on Facebook. We are broadcasting on a number of Facebook pages this evening, and we are also broadcasting on our YouTube channel. So let me know where you are watching from. It's always great to know that you're watching live. We've got some well kent faces here in the in the crowd. We've got Madeline joining us from North Carolina. Hi Madeline, good to see you. Whitney's joining us from Georgia. We've got William from Maryland. We've got Nicole joining us from London. Fantastic. Who else? We've got Sally from Sussex joining us. We have got Joe joining us from Sydney, Australia. A very early morning for you. Brian is joining us from Falkirk, and Portia is from Australia. Fantastic. It's great to have you here today. Now, today it's Thursday evening here in Scotland. It's Friday morning in New Zealand, where Veronica is. Good morning to you, Veronica. It's great to have you here. Today we're doing something special. We're launching a brand new product, a brand new course, and that is the Coffee Break Club. And I'm going to be telling you a little bit about this Coffee Break Club. Let me just see if everything is working here. We should have, yep, we've got our slides here. So on our slides, I've got some information for you about the Coffee Break Club. And the Coffee Break Club goes live. The registration opens at 9 o'clock. And that is in 25 minutes' time. So we've got a few things to get through before we get to that stage. But crucially, the Coffee Break Club is all about doing a little regularly, a little language learning on a regular basis. And that's what this quotation from Hesiod, the Greek philosopher Hesiod, is all about. He said that if you add a little to a little and do this often, then soon that little will become great. And that is exactly what language learning is all about. It's all about doing a little bit regularly. And that's what we are hoping to do with the Coffee Break Club as we launch this today. Now, in terms of what the Coffee Break Club is, let me briefly tell you. It's about a little learning every day, and soon that little will become great. And the Coffee Break Club is going to offer you reading activities, listening activities, and video lessons at 2 levels. So level 1 for absolute beginners or A1 learners, so perhaps not complete beginners, but people who have been doing Spanish, Italian, French, and German for some time. And also at level 2 for A2 or B1 learners, so lower intermediate, upper beginners, that kind of level. Now we're offering, as I said, the membership for both levels, so you get one membership and you're able to access both levels. And this is going to be providing you with Monday listening activities, Wednesday reading activities, and Friday video lessons. And we'll be seeing some of these as time goes on during this session. I'll be giving you some examples. Now that's the club. We're also launching the Club Plus, and the Club Plus involves writing challenges on Tuesdays and writing discussions on Thursdays. And the other thing about the Club Plus is that gives you also the opportunity to get feedback from the Coffee Break tutors. And that way you'll be able to ask questions about your feedback and learn even more. And you'll also, of course, be able to benefit from the feedback that everyone else is getting in the club to help you identify exactly what you want to, how you want to progress with your language learning. So just to recap, the club involves self-access materials, so level 1 and level 2, and that involves a monthly payment. You can cancel at any time. It's listening activities on a Monday, reading activities on a Wednesday, and video lessons on a Friday. And that involves a payment of £18 monthly, so that includes VAT in the UK, and $20 is the basic price elsewhere. And we also offer the Club Plus, so that's all the features of the club. But added to that are discussion topics and writing challenges, and we have the feedback and corrections for you. And of course, there is also the area where you can ask questions. So a different activity, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And all of these activities are just built to give you 15 minutes per day worth of language learning. Of course, you can do other things if you're doing other elements of language learning, but the club will provide you with something new to do every day in the case of the Plus. or in the case of the club, on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And the Club Plus is £30 monthly or $32. So it's basically £1 a day or $1 a day, more or less, in terms of what the club offers. Now, one very important thing, and that is that membership of the club is unlimited. So thousands of people can join the club for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday content in French, German, Spanish, and Italian. However, membership of the Club Plus is strictly limited, and that's what's going on sale at 9 o'clock tonight, so in 22 minutes from now. And we will be limiting numbers, so when the number of seats on the Club Plus runs out, unfortunately, no one else will be able to join the Club Plus. The club will still be available, but at that point, no one else will be able to join the club. So, as I said, registration is opening very soon, 9 p.m. UK time, and depending on where you are in the world, I know we've got people joining us from New Zealand this morning, and we've got other people joining us from the States. So hopefully some of these times will make sense for you. If you're joining us from Dubai or from Singapore, thank you for staying up late or getting up early to be with us today. Now, it's great to see so many of you joining us here live. And as I say, we're broadcasting on our YouTube channels, on our Facebook pages today as well. And we have also given sent this email out to lots of people. So hopefully everyone will be able to find out about the club in time before we launch it. Now, hopefully, if our technology works, we should be able to be joined by some colleagues from the Coffee Break team. Tonight, if I press the right button, hopefully we can bring in Francesca and Eva. Buonasera Francesca, come stai?
Ciao Mark, grazie mille, ciao a tutti. E tu come stai?
Molto bene, grazie. Now, Francesca, not everyone necessarily will know you. Some people are perhaps learning German or Spanish or French, but would you like to introduce yourself for our audience this evening?
Of course, I'm Francesca and I'm one of the co-hosts of Coffee Break Italian. But tonight I'm here to represent all my colleagues in the other languages that are involved in the club. So French, Spanish, and German as well, because the club has really been a joint effort. We've all really collaborated together, sharing ideas, sharing content. So I'm here to represent all the colleagues in the other languages as well.
Grazie mille, merci beaucoup,
There you
vielen Dank, muchas gracias.
go.
Okay, Eva, would you like to introduce yourself, please, for our viewers?
Yeah, of course. Hello. It's nice to be here. Very excited to be finally launching the club. As Francesca said, it's been such a big team effort. And I've been quite involved with the kind of the production side of some of the learning materials for the club. So not as much the writing the content, but the production side of things. So yeah, it's been great working with so many members of the team to bring it all together, and excited to be starting it finally.
Excellent. So, thank you both for joining us tonight. We're going to be talking a little about the club. We'll be answering some questions. Again, if you've got any questions, last minute questions before the club goes on sale, then please do let us know. One very important comment coming from Bruno here, who is mentioning something about Francesca.
Bravo, Bruno.
Those of you who don't listen to Coffee Break Italian will may not know that there's an ongoing joke about putting chicken on a pizza, which Francesca doesn't agree with. I won't tell you what I had for dinner this evening, Francesca. But anyway, anyway, we're not here to talk about chicken on pizza. We're here to talk, of course, about the club. Francesca, could you give us a little bit of an insight as to the types of Okay, I think we might come back to Francesca. Francesca, do you have to
Yes,
go just now?
sorry.
No problem. In that case, what we'll do, we'll talk to Eva. Let me see if I can. There we go. So, Eva, can you tell us a little bit about the production side of things and what you have been working on, and why, in a sense, the production is important?
Yeah, of course. So, what I've been quite involved with is the video lessons that will be going out to everybody on a Friday. So these are the 5-minute video lessons that we've been filming in all 4 of the languages that the club's going to be available in just now. And these will be a different lesson every week. There'll be a level 1 and a level 2 every Friday, and there'll be on a whole variety of types of lessons. We'll be going through some reading texts in them, or maybe one week there'll be a focus on vocabulary, and we'll be looking at practicing and learning some new vocabulary on specific topics. And the benefit of learning through a video is you can use the audio side of things, and you can hear the language. You can also see it written out in front of you, and it'll be the coffee break tutors who are the native speakers who are giving the lessons, or the coffee break teachers. And this will be a really useful resource, hopefully, for everyone to have on a Friday, along with their listening and reading that we'll already have had earlier in the week.
Great, thank you very much. Apologies, I think we had possibly some echo issues there when Eva was speaking at first. So apologies for that. I think we've fixed that. So thanks for letting us know. Some of you were commenting there. So the video materials, these are coming out on Fridays. We also have, as you mentioned, the reading and the listening materials, and Francesca will tell us about them in a moment. One of the other aspects that's really important in the club is the ability to, in a sense, learn together as a member of a community. Eva, can you tell us a little about that aspect as well?
Yeah, of course. So this kind of idea of all learning together, this is something that will be particularly important with the Club Plus, which is where people have access to the writing challenges and discussion points. And this basically means that you can practice your writing skills in the language you're learning, and get feedback on your writing and corrections from the coffee break tutors. But also the crucial element, as you said, of learning together, because not only will you get feedback on your own writing, but you'll be able to benefit from seeing other people's writing and seeing the feedback that they're getting too. And I think we all think here that that's just a really nice way to learn and have this kind of community aspect. And I think it's very motivational, learning with other people in that way and feeling like you're part of a group all learning together.
I think that's exactly what our participants we had a club trial in December, and I think that's exactly what they found. They found that it was a great way to learn together and benefit from the feedback that not only they were getting, but all of the other learners were getting too. Now, earlier we had Francesca with us, and I think she's back. Ciao, Francesca. Let me just unmute you. Let's see. There we go. You're back with us. Thank you.
I'm really sorry about the interruption.
Non c'è problema.
Il bello della diretta.
Exactly. The great thing about live. Now, I do realise we've got some questions, and we'll definitely get to the questions in a moment. But Francesca, can you tell us a little about those, the reading and the listening materials and the types of content that we've put together there?
Yes, for both the readings and the listening activities, we have decided to cover a wide range of topics so that our listeners can practice different vocabulary, different grammar points, and different situations as well. Just to give you an idea of the topics for the readings, we're talking about different cities. We have some reviews, and it can be a film review or a review for a restaurant, for example, that you liked, biographies, emails, recipes, even like a simple shopping list. And we also have a lot of seasonal content as well.
Okay, apologies again for the echoes. This I think just at the end there we had a little echo problem. I do apologise. We just have some little technical problems tonight, but I think we're getting around them. So thank you for the information about the reading there, Francesca. What about the listening? The listening is also something that we've been working on too.
Yes, I think the listenings are great because the voices in the listenings are different, and in this way, our listeners can be exposed to a variety of accents as well, and also they cover everyday situations like a train station announcement or being at the doctor, receiving a phone call, which is something that happens all the time when we are in a foreign country. And we even have some dictations and some activities more focused on the language, the pronunciation, and the spelling.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Francesca. Now, because we're a little against the clock here in the sense that at 9 o'clock registration opens and we have to manually do that from here. So, what I'm going to do just now is answer some of your questions that have been coming in as we've been going through these explanations so far. Let me just roll back. Sue is asking, how long does the club last? How many sessions will there be? Well, the club is an ongoing thing. So when we launch, the first lessons will go out on Monday, the 21st of March, and it's ongoing from there. So we intend to continue to publish content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then also the writing challenges on the Tuesdays and the Thursdays, along with all that feedback that Eva was speaking about. And that's an ongoing thing. So when you sign up for a month, and then it's an ongoing recurring payment. And you can cancel at any time if you feel you've done enough, or perhaps you want to take a break, or perhaps even you want to switch language or whatever. That is entirely possible. Kate is asking, what is the registration for Club Plus? It isn't in the hundreds or the thousands. Well, it's definitely not in the thousands. It will be around the 100 mark. We are monitoring that and seeing how that goes. It is the kind of thing that if things are manageable, then we may open up a later date. But at the moment, we're keeping it around that point. CC is asking, how long does the club run, and can I rewatch the lesson if you want? Absolutely. All of the lessons are self-access, so you can rewatch them however many times you want. All the video lessons are pre-recorded videos, so you'll be working through them, and you can work through those at your leisure. Robert is asking, if you miss a day or a week, will you be able to access what you missed? Absolutely. Everything will be archived, so you'll get the current week and the archive of previous lessons that you'll be able to work through. Susan's asking, are the different languages at the same time? Yes, on Monday we launch French, German, Spanish and Italian. So every Monday we'll be publishing a level 1 listening and a level 2 listening in Italian and in French and in Spanish and in German. So all of this is happening at the same time. Kat is saying, you missed the pricing. Can you tell us again how much for each of them? So the club is £18 in the UK, $20, and the Club Plus is £30 in the UK and $32. Obviously in the UK that's including VAT. Susan's saying, I'm thinking of doing 2 languages together. Is it possible, or is it a challenge? It's absolutely possible. We're seeing that these will take you 15 minutes per day. So if you wanted to do, for example, French in the morning and Italian in the evening, that's a perfect way to do both your French and Italian. And Brian is, actually I'll come back to Brian's question. Bruno's asking, I don't understand, is this for many languages at the same time? No, the club is a single language, so you have access to French for that cost. And if you wanted to access Spanish as well, that would be a second payment. Andrea is asking, will the lessons be live? And if so, will we have to be connected at that time? No, the lessons will not be live in this aspect of the club. The lessons will be pre-recorded, and therefore you can access them whenever you like. Victoria, I'm trying to get through as many of these questions as possible. Victoria is saying, if the Club Plus fills up, will there be a notification if and when spots open up? Yes, we'll be keeping a waiting list. So you can, if the Club Plus is full, you can enter your details in a waiting list, and there will be a timestamp on your request, and therefore we will contact, for example, the next 10 people on the list and offer possibilities there. Juliana is saying, will there be opportunities to live chat with other learners? Not in this aspect of the club. That may be something that could come later. SE, no Swedish or Chinese? Not yet. Not yet at this stage with the club. Chuck, is the class on a set schedule or time? Every Monday, Wednesday and Friday you'll be getting listening, reading and video lessons, and the discussion topics on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the Club Plus. So these happen on an ongoing basis, as I've said. Simon is saying, you mentioned yesterday that the club was pitched at beginner or intermediate level. Would you expect people to graduate from the club after a certain period? Yes, the club will not be for, at this stage, for advanced learners. So if you feel that you have exhausted, in a sense, the level of the intermediate lessons, then absolutely it may well be the case that you would potentially feel that that's not for you anymore. We will continue to be producing content for more advanced learners, of course, and all of that will continue on. So Olga's asking what's the difference between Club and Club Plus. So the Club is self-access only. You get the listening, the reading and the video lessons, and you can use them as and when you want, and you can continue to use them and so on. But with the Club Plus, you also get the writing challenges and you get the feedback from the tutors and the interaction with the other learners too. Julie is saying, what's the rate in USD? Well, it is for the club $20 per month, and for the Club Plus $32 per month. Okay, let's bring in Francesca and Eva because we've got an important question that I think only Francesca can answer here. Brian wants to know, was that a pizza delivery for Francesca? Oh, Francesca, you're muted. Can you unmute yourself, Francesca?
Oh, sorry. Maybe it was a delivery, but no chicken, no pineapple. And definitely not followed by a cappuccino.
Oh, not at this time of night. No, definitely not. Now, what is going to happen now is that we are going to let you see some of the video content from the club. And as Eva said earlier, we have put together lots of different types of video content which will basically allow you to practice your language. Some of these are translation challenges, some of these are reading texts, some of them are, help me Eva, what else do we have? Oh, you're muted too. I think you're muted, Eva. Not hearing you just now. Let me see. Okay, I'll keep talking. So I don't. I think you're still muted. So sorry. So we've got in the video content, we've got translation challenges, we've got reading, we've got vocabulary content, we've got comprehension challenges, a whole load of different types of content, and you'll get a little flavour for this in the video that we're about to show you, because it will give you a chance to sample this video. And all of the videos are 5-minute videos, so you're actually doing it against the clock. You'll see we've got a timer on the screen, and it gives you a chance to really practice the language, and of course then take notes on what you've learned and build your vocabulary, build your comprehension that way. Now when we come back, it will be 9 o'clock, and at that point the club will be available for registration. So let's have a look at this video. Let me see if I've got the right one here. Yeah, I've got it here. So here is a little sample of some of our video content from the club. Okay, so this is when we get a little message to say file not found. So hang on 1 second. This is not what I wanted. Let me see. I've got too many things on my screen here. Hang on. Okay, just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Francesca, do you want to tell us about your experience?
Yes, I was about to say that I really had so much fun preparing the videos for the club, because it's also something a little bit new for me too, being just used to podcasts. So it's been a whole new experience that I've really enjoyed, and I hope our listeners will enjoy watching the videos and learning together with us.
Okay, what we're going to do instead, just because you're talking here, Francesca, I'm going to put one of your videos on, and this will give our viewers a chance to see what this involves. Of course, there are other videos in other languages, but at least we've got this one we can have a look at.
Okay.
Apologies for this.
Buona idea,
Okay.
grazie.
Go on.
Ciao and welcome to the Coffee Break Italian Club. Io sono Francesca, I'm Francesca, and in this video I will guide you through a comprehension challenge where you will be translating some sentences from Italian into English. You will have 10 seconds for each sentence, but if you feel that's not enough time, you can obviously pause the video, or at the same time, if you want to challenge yourself, obviously you can do it in 10 seconds. Before we start, grab pen and paper or your notes app so you can take a few notes. Allora, io sono pronta e tu? Dai, cominciamo! The first sentence is: non mi piacciono i film d'azione, ma mi piacciono le commedie romantiche. Ok? 10 secondi, via! Molto bene. The suggested answer is: I don't like action films, but I like romantic comedies. Let's have a look at the Italian sentence once again. So we have non mi piacciono, I don't like, and remember that the verb piacere works a little bit differently as compared to English. So if you don't like something plural, as in this case, I film d'azione, action films, then you want to use the plural form of the verb piacere. Non mi piacciono. Literally, they're not pleasing to me. But what do I like instead? Mi piacciono, I like, and again, it's something plural that I like, so I need the plural form of the verb again. Le commedie romantiche, romantic comedies. The adjective romantico requires the addition of the letter H in the plural in order to retain that K hard sound. Okay, let's move to the next one. Quante volte alla settimana andate in palestra? Okay, ready? Off we go. 10 seconds. Molto bene. So in your notes, you should have something like how many times a week do you go to the gym? Let's have a look again at the Italian sentence. Quante volte? So quante, how many? Volte is a word for times in the plural. Volta singular, volte plural. Alla settimana, literally at the week. But in English, you would just say a week. Andate, from the verb andare, to go. And this is what we call a you all, a you plural. So do you all go? And where do you go? To the gym. Palestra, gym. And the preposition you would use with the word palestra in Italian is in. So in palestra, to the gym. Ok, frase numero 3, sentence number 3. Matera è proprio una città affascinante. Ok, 10 secondi, via! Molto bene. My suggested answer is Matera really is a fascinating city. And yes, it is. I can confirm. So Matera obviously is the name of a very famous and beautiful Italian city. È, from the verb to be, is. What is it? È una città, a city, affascinante, fascinating. But we have something else in this sentence. We have the word proprio, which we use to add some emphasis to what we are saying. And in this case, we want to say that it's really fascinating, that it's truly fascinating. Or simply in English, you would just emphasize the verb to be. You would say maybe Matera is a fascinating city. Okay, one more sentence for you. Abbiamo voglia di un bel gelato al cioccolato con la panna. 10 secondi. Benissimo. So in English, we fancy a nice chocolate ice cream, obviously gelato with cream. So we have abbiamo voglia. The structure avere voglia means to have a desire, but it translates as to fancy or to feel like. Un bel gelato, a nice ice cream, and watch the adjective bello, which changes into bel before a noun. Which flavor? Al cioccolato, so a chocolate ice cream with what? Con la panna, with cream. Okay, time is up. This is it for this comprehension video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and there will be more resources like this in the club for you to enjoy it. Allora, grazie mille, a presto e happy coffee breaking!
So there we have it, an example from our Italian club. Grazie mille, Francesca. Oh, you're muted still, Francesca.
Oh, mi senti?
Sì, ti sento, grazie.
Prego, prego.
So that was a big, well, a level 1 video, wasn't it?
Sì, level 1, definitely.
So you'll see that in level 1, we are not looking at different tenses or anything like that. We're basically focusing on the kind of language that you would be familiar with if you're looking at season 1 of Coffee Break Italian, for example. The club is available to purchase, and I can see that people are already purchasing, so that is fantastic news. Let me give you the best address to go to. And that is coffeebreakacademy.com, and there you will find it. In fact, I think I can probably show you this. Let me just make sure I've got this on the screen. Yep. So if I press this button here, no, that's not the right one. Hang on a second. Oh dear, it's not going well tonight. Why is that not working? Okay, believe me, you can see on the screen, but it's coffeebreakacademy.com, and scroll down and you'll see the club, the Coffee Break French Club, German Club, Italian Club and Spanish Club. After this video live, we will obviously make all the links on our main Coffee Break Languages website, so that is hopefully, that will be added as soon as we're off this live. Some of you are saying that you're not able to register, but if you go to coffeebreakacademy.com, you will definitely be able to see. Myra's saying, if we enroll in the plus and want to downgrade, can we? Yes, you can indeed. You would just do that at the end of the month, after your month, so that you've used the plus, and then you can go back down to the normal club, if you like, rather than the club plus. Let's see. Susan's saying, if we want to stop the club course, do we just give a notice, or how do we do it? Basically, you go to your profile on the Coffee Break Academy, and you go to subscriptions and you say cancel subscription, and that's it. It is very straightforward. Let me see, what else do we have? Andrew's saying, can't actually register on it yet. You should be able to if you go to coffeebreakacademy.com. Again, we'll still need to update all the links on the website, but the Coffee Break Academy is definitely up and running and people are buying, so great to see. Michael's saying, can I change or mix level 1 and 2 on the fly in the club? Absolutely, you can go between level 1 and 2. If you feel that you're already working at level 2 and you want something to do a little bit of review, then you can go down to level 1. Equally, you can go up to level 2 if you fancy a challenge, if that's the what you fancy doing. Sorry, I'm looking at about 4 different things here. Yeah, if you're seeing available soon, it'll say available soon on coffeebreaklanguages.com because we've not updated. That's a long update. It'll take about 15 minutes after we've completed this video. But if you go to coffeebreakacademy.com, then you will definitely be able to access the club there. Yeah, lots of people saying it only says available soon. It definitely doesn't say available soon if you go to the coffeebreakacademy.com. What I think we should do is bring things to a close here so that we can go and do all of those updates. Thank you so much for your interest in it. Is there anything else, Francesca or Eva, that you wanted to share about the club?
I was thinking, because things have kind of changed a lot in the world in the last 2 years, and for me in particular, because as maybe some of you know, I teach Italian not just at Coffee Break Languages, but also at university, and my teaching suddenly has moved from the classroom to remote virtual learning and teaching. But I can say that I've kind of witnessed firsthand that learning is possible in a virtual manner. And personally, I have enjoyed the way that a community, a sense of community is created when learning and teaching in a remote environment. So I'm looking forward to the same experience that I've had at university.
Fantastic. I think that's exactly it. We've all adapted, and we've adapted in positive ways too. So I think that's exactly it, and that's exactly what we're trying to build with the club: the opportunity for people to learn in a community, but have that ongoing materials, the new materials. Not that you've just got to go back and do the same exercise or the same read the same text that you've come across before, but something new, something created for learners, and something that will help you move forward. Eva, any final thoughts?
Yeah, well, I think it's exactly that. It's having everything you need to help you do just that little bit of learning every day, just there for you to do, and having the variety in the types of materials you're using, the listening, the writing, the reading, and the video, and practicing these different skills as well, and the variety within the topics that are being covered in all of those materials. And I think it's, we're all language learners and we all know how important it is to have that variety in keeping you motivated. And I think the crucial thing with the club is having all of that variety without having to spend hours at a time looking for those resources. And yeah, it's all just there. It's there every time you sit down to have your coffee break with 15 minutes a day. Your activity will be there for you to do just that little bit of practice. And I hope that'll be really useful for people and just help the learning to always stay enjoyable and yeah, something that you always look forward to.
Fantastic. Thank you both so much. Just to answer a few questions, some people are saying, let me see. Rosalind saying the page simply says coming soon. What are we supposed to do? If you go to coffeebreakacademy.com, make sure you're on the Coffee Break Academy. There you will see the links for the Coffee Break Club, and there you will be able to buy the Coffee Break Club. Iswu is saying the club is available on the Academy, but Club Plus isn't. So what to do is if you scroll all the way down the page, you should see all the information about the Club Plus. And at the very bottom of the page, you should see all of the options. I'll just see if I can let me see just if I can do this so that we can actually show what this looks like. If I do that, sorry, 1 second here. So if I do, we're definitely having some technical problems tonight. I don't know why. So camera. There we go. We can see it now. So. Okay, let me see how I do this. I don't know if this is going to work now. I'm struggling here with the technology. No, it's not something we would normally have to worry about, but unfortunately tonight the technology is against us. Basically everything is there at coffeebreakacademy.com. If there's a particular course that's not showing or a particular option, then you should let us know if you do get us, do get in touch with us. Sorry that there's just so much going on this evening. However, it is the start of a new project. It's the end of a lot of work for all of the team, and on behalf of myself and the others in the team, I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of our team who have been working so hard on this, and we will be delighted to continue working on it over the coming months. It's a celebration, so I think it's only right. It said a launch party, so I've got my little glass of bubbly here. Have you got something? Yeah, you've both got something. Cheers to you. Cheers to all our learners. And thank you for joining us this evening. We better take a sip. You can't do a cheers without doing a sip. So thank you for joining us this evening, and we will obviously be looking at all of these links, updating the links, and hopefully you'll all enjoy taking part in the club activities from Monday of next week. Thank you. Thank you, Francesca, grazie mille.
Prego.
Merci beaucoup, Eva, thank you.
Merci à toi aussi.
And thank you to all of you for watching. We will be updating things very soon, and thanks again. Bye-bye. And now the best thing is it's not even showing me the switch off button. So let's see if we can cancel this in a different way. Oh dear. Okay, just talk amongst yourselves.